Hey YouTube. The first thing I want to say is I'm sorry I was gone for so long. Um, my mother went away for a week on vacation without me, and she was like, I want you to come by the house every day and feed the animals and stuff, but yeah, I'm taking the internet with me. So I had no internet access at all for an entire week, and everything suffered. My schoolwork, my everything. So sorry you guys haven't gotten anything from me in a while. But I'm back. Today I'm going to talk about another A word. I'm going to talk about attention to detail. I know it's actually an A phrase. It just kind of starts with an A, but it's something I've been thinking about a lot lately. Pagan-wise and also non-pagan-wise. I'm in ROTC at my school. It's my first year doing it, and I'm in a class full of people who have been doing it for 2 years. I'm the only one in there that hasn't been doing it for 2 years, and it really bothers me when I realize that I've paid more attention to the details of what needs to be done and when it needs to be done and how it needs to be done, why it needs to be done, and all that jazz than the people who have been in the program for so long, and they should know, but they don't know. So, this video is to stress the importance of attention to detail. Detail is literally everything. The details are what make the situation what it is. Turning this pagan-wise, when you're creating a spell or ritual, pay attention to what you're putting into it. Certain things just don't go well with other certain things, but they do still have the property you may be looking for. But that doesn't mean you should use them, because you should always pay attention to what works well with other things and what does not. That is a detail. I personally have issues with the whole timing thing astrologically because I don't know a lot about it, but for people who are into it, astrological timing, that is a detail. There are some times of the day and sometimes of the month and times of the week that are better for certain types of spells and rituals than are others, astrologically speaking. And that's another thing that could be focused on. But I just kind of want to rant a little about what made me get on this topic. I am in a class full of idiots when it comes to ROTC. We're learning about service learning projects, which are basically community service projects, run-of-the-mill, dry, kind of even boring stuff that I could come up with in my sleep. And these people, these freaking people, I mean, really? Come on. What? They don't know what they're doing. How do you not? Okay, so we had this whole vote thing about what we were going to do. And I was like, we should just have, like, a sponsored yard sale where it doesn't cost anything to have a table, where we set it up and you just sell your stuff and all of the money we raise can go to the animal shelter, because the point of a service learning project within the RTC program is you don't keep any of the money personally. And it's even better if there's no money being raised. If you're like collecting canned goods or things like that, that's even better. But my school does enough of that. We needed something new. So there was another option, a clothes drive. There was reading to the elementary schoolers, which is also a good idea. And then there was the one that everybody except me and like one other person wanted. Easter egg hunt car wash. I don't know about that. I don't know. Sounded alright, but then we started talking about it more, and then I realized how dumb these people were, and I was like, you guys need to just go home and stop this right now. I heard from someone else in another class block with the same teacher that he even made fun of us because the whole class, except for like 2, were fucking retards. And oh my, okay. So, Easter egg hunt car wash. First thing he asks us, when are you gonna have it? So, the people that had come up with the idea, it's like 3 or 4 girls. they're over at his laptop looking for a date on his little calendar thing. And they're like, we'll have it April 28th. I'm just like sitting there, and I raise my hand and I'm like, look, I ain't even Christian. I don't celebrate this stuff anyway. But Easter's freaking April 8th. And they were like, oh, well then let's just have a car wash. And I was like, okay. So we'll still have a car wash on the 28th, but where and what time? Oh, we'll have it in the school parking lot from like noon to 3. And I was like, where are we going to plug in hoses in the school parking lot? Where? How are we going to entertain these people who are getting their car washed for like 30 minutes? Are they just going to sit there? Are they just, what? And the people were like, we'll entertain them. We'll have something they can do. And I was like what? And they're like, I don't know. Maybe we'll have food. I was like, okay. I can deal with food, but how are we going to cook the food? Where are we going to get the food? Where are we going to get the money to buy the food? Where are we going to store the food? Who's going to cook the food? All that stuff. And they were like, we don't need to buy food. Then how are we going to have food for people? We'll just have food for people. Where are we getting the money to buy the food for the people? We don't need money to buy food. What is this? What is this madness? I legitimately don't have a clue. And it was the same situation with, what are we going to do about drinks? How are we going to keep them cold? We don't need ice to keep drinks cold. Who's bringing in the buckets and the soap? We don't need soap to wash cars. What? Come on, people. You can't even plan a freaking car wash. And then when I come back at you guys and I'm like, what? How? This isn't going to work. And you're like, yeah, sure it'll work. No. There's nothing for the people to do while they're getting their car washed. And even if you had planned the food correctly, there's no way it would work because we don't know how many people are going to show up. We don't have money to spend to buy the food. We don't know how much money we would have to have if we were to buy food because we don't know how much food we need to buy. This doesn't work. And no one listens to me. So, yeah, attention to detail. Every little thing matters. When you're planning a spell, planning a ritual, planning a car wash, everything matters. You need to think about those details, because if you don't, you could end up screwing the whole thing up and it'd blow up in your face. So, that's probably all for this video. Probably next week there will be a series of at least 2 videos that'll be put up that are slideshow videos on gods, goddesses, crystals, and herbs kind of thing, with the letter A. I'm not sure how long those will take me to get together with all the rest of the schoolwork I have going on, but it'll get done, because I'm going to make sure I do it, because that's a detail. So anyway, pay attention to your details and think about everything, because every little thing matters. So, much love and blessed be everyone. Mwah.